That's right. I said it. I made me marking my age, but I was at Super Bowl XVIII. Hang around. Everybody, I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. I'm in one of them good moods because once again the weather's pretty nice, and I'm out riding before tomorrow because it ain't going to be nice tomorrow. All right, well, this week's this episode, I know some of y'all wondering, a couple episodes I put out where I haven't had the famous women I'd like to date is because they're actually older ones that I filmed that were in my bank. I call it in my cloud or whatever, that I had saved just in case I have a week where I couldn't make a video. And actually, I've been up north at Brad's, and I haven't made a video in a couple weeks. So the videos y'all seen previously, are they still locked out? I'm still locked out. Golly. Were previously recorded. There you go. Anyway, so another thing someone noticed is they said, Matt, all these famous women that you talk about that you'd like to date are a little out of your price range. You're out of your, your pay scale. True. Well, they're famous, shit. And you never know. There might be a day where I mention all these women, and one of them might go, well, damn, I might want to go on a date with that awesome biker dude. You just never know. You never know. All right, this episode's famous women I'd like to date. This one might throw you off a little bit. Yes, I'm well aware I'm like 20 years older than she is, and but y'all never, you never knew how old my most recent ex-wife was. So there was a little bit of an age difference with me and her too. So anyway, I don't care about that. Let's talk about Avril Lavigne. That's right. I don't know what it is about her, but yeah, Avril Lavigne, I'd still like to date Avril Lavigne. She has grown up to be a hell of a woman. So, as always, just like the exit on my video, if you know somebody that knows somebody that could possibly might be able to get a word to somebody that knows a person that she's worked with or something, anybody, tell Avril, give me a call. So what brought this on is I was on the live stream and I had a little bit to drink, and I mentioned that I went to Super Bowl XVIII, and of course, their marks came, hey, did they wear leather helmets back then? That kind of stuff. But yes, I was at Super Bowl XVIII, and this was probably, I don't know, Josh and all them in Tampa were, we tripped out on this, but Super Bowl XVIII was at Tampa Stadium in Tampa, Florida. And the reason I was at Super Bowl XVIII was not to enjoy the game. I was working at Tampa Stadium. Yes, I was working at Tampa Stadium. I did not work for Tampa Stadium. This is the old stadium. Like I said, this was Super Bowl XVIII that I went to. It's not the, I did not, like I said, didn't work for the stadium. I worked for the catering company that ran all the food stands and beer stands. No, I did not serve anybody. Well, at one time we had a, because what happened back then, I don't know if it's still true, the different organizations would run the stands, work the stands to earn money, like a Rotary Club and all kind of other places work, to earn money for their organization. So, my job was supplying them with all the stuff they need, popcorn. I mean, big bags of popcorn that you carry on your shoulder, not popped, actually just seeded, the seeds. Soda, the cups and everything that holds, the hot dogs and all that stuff. Everything. That's my job, to supply all the food stands and all the beer stands with what they needed. That's all I did. I would, before the games, not just me, there's quite a few of us, but before the games we would supply up all the, the food stands and beer stands, what would fit in there. And trust me, they would go through that before the game started even. So during the game, I would sit there and they would call in and, hey, we need cups. We're running low on cups. So we had Cushman's, and we also had just cart, like a, little red rag, and we put boxes of cups in there on it, and we'd go to the stand that called in, the food stand or the beer stand, supply them up, fill them back up with cups or whatever they needed. That was my job. And so during the normal Buccaneers game, we would put about 300 Coke, 5-gallon Coke syrup canisters. Now, you know what I'm talking about. Coke comes in, if you go like to a game or something, it comes in a syrup form in a 5-gallon canister that hooks up to the machine that puts the carbonated water into it, and then it pours it, you make your cups. And so we put about 300 back then into the stadium. Super Bowl XVIII, we put 1,200 of them in there, and we were actually concerned that we were going to run out before the game started, or before the game was over. I mean, that's how much, 1,200, just Coca-Cola. I'm not talking, all the other little side, soda pops and stuff, but it was just amazing. Well, we'll just put it this way. They done an article. It's funny because the company I worked for did this deal where they made up a deal like that. We sold enough hot dogs during Super Bowl XVIII that you could lay them end to end and you could circle the outside of the stadium twice. That's how many hot dogs we sold. We sold enough popcorn that you could coat the infield, the entire infield, not just the where the players play, the entire infield of the stadium. You could coat it 2 inches deep in popcorn. That's how much popcorn we sold. Let's see what else kind of thing. I forget. I know you could like fill up the stadium about halfway up. That's how much soda pop we sold. I mean, just on and coffee too, because it was a little chilly that day. But yes, I was at Super Bowl XVIII, and no, I didn't see one bit of the game. It was the Redskins. Yes, I said Redskins. And the Raiders, and I believe they were the Oakland Raiders back then. I'm not sure. Well, look at this guy out in the middle of nowhere, twiddling a stick so he can beat off the Predators, so the Coyotes don't get him. So, yeah, it was a trip because Super Bowl XVIII, I never even seen the game. They were that busy, it's just that busy. And, obviously, but we had soda stands out in the parking lot, right? Set up out there, trailers where you can get drinks and stuff. You couldn't get beer out there, you had to be inside the stadium, but you could get soda pops and little snacks outside the stadium. So the problem we would run into is they would call in and we would have to put it on a wagon. We wouldn't use the Cushman. We put it on a wagon, and me, sometimes I was at the front. Whoever was at the front would actually form a V with everybody. About 8, at least 8 of us past the wagon, and we just put our head down and go plowing through all the people trying to get to the trailer that called for, needing cups or whatever. I wonder why that place is still closed. Good place to go fishing too. I wonder if what's down there. Whenever we go fishing down there. Anyway, back to the subject. So, at one point we're going along, we had some cups and stuff on a cart, and I'm pulling it. I got my head down, and I got 4 guys to this side, 4 guys to the right side, left side, right side, make it a V so we get through the crowd, and also protect the stuff on the cart because they were snatching shit right, left, backwards, and sideways. So I got my head down and I'm just chugging along, and boom, I come to a stop. I hit somebody right in the chest, and I picked my head up, and it's Jesse Jackson. I hit Jesse Jackson in the chest with my head. And of course, one of his bodyguards grabbed me instantly and, you know, threw me to the fucking side. Everybody just stood there like, holy shit, it's Jesse Jackson. I'm like, oh my God. I just hit Jesse Jackson in the chest with my head. So that was some of the stuff. It was crazy. I know Barry Manilow sang the national anthem. And after the game was over, we had a party, you know, to celebrate all the chaos was over and all that crap. And back then, I don't know if it's true with this newer stadium, but back then, underneath all the stands was warehouses or offices or something like that. And we had a little warehouse there, and we decided to throw a party in it after the game was over, after, you know, everything. And I do believe, if I remember correctly, the Raiders won that Super Bowl. And so we were at this party, and Barry Manilow come walking in, and so I got to meet Barry Manilow. Now here's the screwed up thing, okay? Now before the game started, the day before, because I technically was an employee by Tampa Stadium, you could go around and all the employees got a discount on all the merch, right? So I went around. I had one of them satin jackets that said Super Bowl XVIII on the back. I had let's see, you know, the banners. I had this, that, all kind of little souvenirs from Super Bowl XVIII that I purchased, right? As well as because I worked at the place that supplied all the beer stand, the Super Bowl XVIII beer cups. I had large beer cups and small beer cups, entire sleeves of it, right? This was the day before the game. And so I'm gonna start choking. So I bought all this stuff and I went out and I put it in my trunk, and somebody saw me do it, because that actually I didn't leave until the next day after the game was over. I went out to my car, and somebody done popped the trunk of my car and they took everything except for one small beer cup. They left it right in the center of my damn trunk. Like, ha ha ha, I got everything. I got all your beer cups, I got your banners, your jacket, everything, and left me one beer cup from Super Bowl XVIII. And I still have that beer cup. I still have it. I'd have to go find it. It's in storage. But I still have the beer cup from Super Bowl XVIII. The only one thing they left me when they broke into my car. Alright, so that's it for this one, man. I hope you enjoyed my little Super Bowl experience that I had. You know, I thought I'd tell that story. I think it's kind of cool. Yes, I was 19 years old. I think I was 18. No, I was 19 years old when that happened. Alright, we're coming to the end of the road here. I will do some more riding, but I ain't gonna make a video. So like I said, smash that thumbs up if you liked today's video. A little story about Super Bowl XVIII and me being at the game. Be sure to click on that show more part of the description and visit everybody down in the description. Check out my Instagram and Facebook page. Also all the other social media platforms I'm on. So y'all know how it goes. If you have served, or if you're currently serving in a military, if you're a firefighter, EMS, first responder, especially law enforcement, if you work in the healthcare industry, trying to keep us well during this pandemic and putting yourself at risk, we appreciate everything you do for us and the sacrifices you and your families have made. Ladies, flash a stranger today. Boom.